What is going on, guys? My name is Phamily Shucks and welcome back to another episode of Clash of Clans. And guess what, guys? We have hit 400 subscribers. Yes! It just means so much to me. Thank you guys all for subscribing, for viewing, for liking, for commenting, anything, any contribution to our channel. And I just like to thank every single one of you guys. It really means a lot to me. It just seems like last week I was thanking you guys for giving me 300 subscribers, and now every time I just gain 100 more, I'm always thanking you guys. I just seem to be growing a little bit quicker, and it's really making me happy, and it just gives me more joy to produce more videos. Now in this episode, I'm going to be using the simple BAM technique, and if you guys don't know what BAM stands for, it stands for Barbarians, Archers, and also Minions. Now as of recently, I've been using the BAM strategy pretty much all the time for the past 4 days, and it's been really helping me with my progression of my level 9 walls. So far I've been averaging around 2 to 3 walls per day, and that's actually quite a lot for the time that I put into this game, which isn't really that much. But then with the BAM strategy, it allows me to attack multiple times per day, not just like 10 times or 15 times, but 25 to 30 times. That's how fast the queuing time or the training time of this army composition is. And also, to add more efficiency to my farming, I don't run a full army. I usually run either half or 3/4 of an army. That way I can attack twice. By the time I'm done with this raid, I get back to my base, and then I already have another full or half army queued up, and I can just go attack again. Now when I go raiding, or farming especially for walls, I aim for bases, usually collector raids or easy picking bases that have around 100k or more, especially in the gold, only 100k in the gold. I don't really care about elixir because basically I'm done with all my elixir upgrades. I just finished or just started, well, I'm almost done with my jump spell. I actually really like jump spells. It's a very underrated spell, and I think a lot of people should use it more. I'm thinking I'm going to use it some more in my farming episodes and farming raids because it's really epic. I actually do have a raid at the end of this episode that just shows like the epicness of a jump spell. But as I was saying, I'm almost done with my elixir upgrades. I think all I have to do now after my lab finishes is just to max out my barracks. I have to upgrade them one more level. I have 3 barracks I need to upgrade, and I don't think I'm gonna do them anytime soon because, in all honesty, they're pretty much pointless. I don't really essentially need them, and they're really not on the important list of my upgrades. And now let's head on to the second raid, which we were already in the midst of against Sir Flacco. Now you can already tell right off the bat that this is a storage raid, not a collector raid. However, there should be some resources or a good amount of resources in the mines and also the pumps. Now the reason I lightning strike the centralized mortar was because the farthest mortar was the weakest level mortar, so I knew my level 6 troops would be able to survive it. And then, however, the closest one, I knew that once my troops broke into that second layer, my barbarians would be able to sweep around and take out that mortar easily. So then that just leaves the centralized mortar, which would do maximum damage against my troops. Now, the weakest part of the BAM strategy and also the Barbarian Archer strategy, as usual, is the splash damage. So that's why I usually carry a heal spell and also a rage spell, because wizard towers and also mortars do great damage against my troops, and I don't really like that happening. So I use the heal to heal up my barbarians. As I said previously, and I think in an episode, that healed barbarians are so epic, especially when they're raged, destroy buildings in like so quickly. But my troops did enter the second layer, and then I set down my minions. Now, the reason I use my minions as a final wave is because they do a great job of cleaning up. They don't really have to worry about any giant bombs. They could just simply clean up the extra buildings, and they do a great job of that. And I also set down my Archer Queen to make sure that she gets the extra loot that my barbarians might get taken out, that they might not get. Now, I do use the invisibility cloak, I think that's what it's called, on my Archer Queen, and I think a good thing that I can use the invisibility cloak for the Archer Queen is to get more damage per second, with the addition of, I think, five more archers, 5 more level 6 archers, which is a great bonus to my infantry army. So that about sums it up. There was 23,000 left in one more mine. However, I did come away with a good amount of loot. And now we are here with the last and final raid with my favorite jump spell usage that I just love to use, and I'm using the simple BAM strategy. However, my spell composition was fairly different. I was using 1 of each spell, and as a Town Hall 9, I'm obviously accessible to only 4 spells, so I was only using 1 lightning, 1 rage, 1 heal, and 1 jump spell. So first off, I was trying to take out that T-shaped compartment right there, just trying to eliminate all those buildings so that way when I place down my troops, they wouldn't get attracted to it and then go off the entry point which I wanted them to go to. So I was just using some minions to take out that cannon, and also I tried to go for that Dark Elixir drill, however that kind of failed and I just gave up. So I just went on with the full-on attack. Now luckily, when I did place down my barbarians and archers, they singled on that one entry point which I wanted them to instead of going off to the side, so I was kind of happy about that. And luckily there were no giant bombs in those 2x2 areas that were kind of spacing out or trying to protect the spawn area of his base. So as you just saw, I placed down 2 waves of barbarians and archers. I healed them so that way they would not get killed by that level 6 wizard tower, and then I placed down a rage and also a jump spell, and then look at that, they just jumped right into those all 3 compartments, and it just did it worked out perfectly because it just made a straight pass into the Dark Elixir and also made a clear way for the gold and also the other gold. Now the reason I use jump spells is because they work great with barbarians and archers and also BAM, especially against segmented bases like this. It does a great job of avoiding it so that way I don't have to carry wall breakers. Now in the end I just finished up with my archer queen taking out that last storage. I didn't want her to die, so I just ended it early, and that's pretty much it for the rest of this raid. I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode. Thank you guys for 400 subscribers, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.